How can you improve your interactions with women? Have you ever been friend zoned? Have you been used by women for the things that you can do for her or the resources that you bring? We're going to talk about this today on Resilient Man channel, how to improve your interactions with women. We're going to discuss ways a lot of men wrongly interact with women to their own detriment, which leads to a lot of frustration for a lot of you guys. And then we're also going to go through a number of ways to properly interact and communicate with women that will keep you in your masculine role and make her more respect you. So welcome back to Resilient Man channel. If you would, please support the channel by liking and subscribing. Share it with other guys as well. And comment your thoughts down below. I always enjoy reading them and love to see that. So you hear a lot about how women want a high value man. They want a top tier guy. And the thing is, guys, you have to present yourself as a high value man. And what I mean by that is being the best version of yourselves in everything that you're doing physically and financially and all that good stuff. But also, too, women want to see it. Women want to see that you have that confidence, you have that wherewithal within you. Whatever your attraction level is or financial level is, they want to see that in their man. And you have to present that first and foremost. You have to present yourself as a high value man. Now, some women will embrace that right away, and some will test you some to see if you're for real, to see if you really believe it. Are you confident in your high value and in your worth? But, you know, a lot of women will embrace the way that you present yourself, the way you carry yourself, the way you walk, the way you speak, all these type of things. If you start off as a simp, if you start off as a weak guy, it's extremely hard for a woman to see you in any other way once you have presented yourself that way. It's very hard to overcome. So it's a ongoing practice, if you will. You must be fully in your masculine energy. You must be fully in the mindset of, I am a man of quality. I am a man of worth. And where does that start? That starts within you. How do you see yourself? Do you see yourself as a quality guy? Do you know your worth? Are you confident in your worth? Are you the prize? Do you see yourself as the prize? Would a woman be fortunate to have you as her man? Now, I'm not talking about being a jerk or being conceited or ego or anything like that. I'm talking about a confidence. I'm talking about legitimately knowing your worth and being comfortable in that. Women respect that. And the woman that you may be going after, she's going to value that. She's going to see that as high value. So here's the thing. Do you have standards and or rules for how a woman should interact with you, for how she treats you? Do you have consequences for that woman if she breaks those rules, or she breaks the boundaries that you've clearly spoken to her, you have clearly shared with her? If not, then you do it at your own detriment, because she is going to see you as weak. A lot of women are going to test you to see if your rules, if your boundaries are really for real, or do you just say them? Because if there's no consequences, she knows she can walk all over you, and she's got you in the palm of her hand. So there are things that you must clearly communicate to a woman not just through your words, but backing them up through your actions and standing firm with that, especially with your non-negotiables, whatever those non-negotiables may be. So let's talk about how a lot of men wrongly interact and or communicate with women. I would say the number one thing is they try to please her. And I'm talking about the thirsty men out there, you know who you are, who just fawn all over women, be it on a dating app or if you're out at a bar or whatever the case may be. They want to put her up on a pedestal. They want to please her. Guys, it's a bad look. It makes you look thirsty. It makes you look weak. She doesn't respect it. She doesn't. So that would be first and foremost. And here in a minute, we're going to go into what the masculine, confident man would do versus this. So the next thing would do, they seek her permission before taking action. Now, if you think about this, I mean, it's really weak. It's really pathetic, having to ask a woman, can I do this? Can I ask you out? Can I kiss you? Whatever the case might be. Again, not talking about being a jerk. I'm not talking about being overbearing, but you need to be strong and confident in your actions with her. And asking her permission is not the way to go about it. You also need to make clear your intentions and not avoid or withhold or cover up your true feelings and desires of what you want. A lot of men, unfortunately, just whatever the woman wants, as long as it makes her happy, and that way she's willing to be with me. This is not a good look. It puts her in the driver's seat, and no woman wants that. They want a confident, strong man who knows his worth and that knows he is the prize, because that's what she wants. A woman wants a prize for a man. Women want to date up. They want to marry up. Take for example, how to wrongly interact and communicate with a woman is by letting her lead and make the plans. This is terrible. I mean, whether it's your first date and she's making the plans and this is where we're going to go and this is what we're going to do, or going on vacation, this is where we're going to go and for how long, or even up to, eventually if you are together as a couple and or get married and she's dictating this is where we're going to live and what type of house. That is a weak man, and the woman knows you're a weak man. You need to take control. You need to take, you take the first example there with dating. My standard, my boundary or principle, whatever you want to call it, the first date is a coffee or a drink. We're going to meet for an hour at the place that is, relatively close for both of us. I will dictate where that's going to be. And if you don't like it, then I guess I'm just not the guy for you. We're not going on some long dinner date, some expensive dinner date, or anything like that. This is what we're going to do. We're going to see if there's a vibe, if there's a connection between us, and then we'll move on. But that's taking the lead and making the plans. When you're doing this, your body language and your movements need to be confident. You need to stand up straight. You need to put your shoulders back if you're talking, face to face with the woman. You can't come across as slouching and unconfident in your body language as well, because she can read through it. She can definitely read through it. She also hears it if your voice is a higher voice or you're speaking more quickly than you should. It comes across as you're nervous, you're unconfident, you're unsure of yourself. That's something that a woman is going to pick up on, and it's the wrong way to interact and communicate. It projects weakness. Another wrong way that a lot of men interact with women is they go with the flow because they're too scared to put their needs first. They might go along and do things they don't want to do or go places they don't want to do. Maybe they would rather go to the hockey game, but she wants to go to the ballet. And so you're just going to go with the flow. Big mistake. Big mistake. The thing is, she sees this, and this will continue. It'll get worse and worse. The last thing I would say, how a lot of men wrongly interact with women, they're emotionally reactive to her. They feel bad if she feels bad. And they're only feeling good about themselves if she feels good. It's it's kind of like that old saying, happy wife, happy life, or go along to get along, or, essentially the woman needs to be pleased. She needs to be happy, and your happiness be damned. That is incorrect. It is the wrong way to interact and communicate with women, and you do it to your own detriment. The thing is, guys, women see this. They see these traits. They see your weakness, and they manipulate it to make themselves the priority. And quite frankly, that's not her fault. That's your fault. You are allowing this. You are enabling this. And it's not something that can't be turned around. It's just very tough. When you've allowed a woman to see you in this weak, simpish light, it's very hard to turn the Titanic around for her to see you as a strong, masculine, confident man. Actually, she's not going to believe it. It's going to take it. So don't do this. So let's talk about the right way to interact and communicate with women. A man who is in his masculine energy. Hey, that's something to be proud of. Being a masculine man. Again, I'm not talking about being a jerk, egotistical, anything like that. A woman wants a man. She doesn't want a weak need, scared to say what he thinks, scared to carve his own path type of man. Women want a man that she can look up to and that she can follow and that he is going to lead her. So a man who is in his masculine energy, he prioritizes himself first. Okay? Now, what do I mean by that? There are a lot of men who wrongly, will integrate themselves, fold themselves essentially into the woman's life, what she wants to do, where she wants to go. They will even move in with her into her home, or where, as things progress and they become a couple, they move where she wants to move and they do what she wants to do. Incidentally, I did a video on Resilient Man channel called Men Focus on Yourselves. Go check it out. Great tips regarding prioritizing yourself, because that's what the woman wants. She wants a man who has a plan, who has a vision, and he's moving, he's carving out his own path in life, and she, the right type of woman, wants to be a part of your plan. So prioritize yourself. The next thing is a man of masculine energy says and does what he wants. It's not about being a jerk or anything like that, but he says and does what he wants. She knows where he stands. She knows what he wants to do, and she respects it because he makes it clear what his intentions are and what he wants to do. He fully expresses his true feelings, his desires, and, guys, when you do that, the woman that you're with, and you really need to have this mindset of, she can either come along or she can't. That's her decision. But if she chooses not to, was she the right woman for you in the first place? You know, that's going to disrupt your life. It's actually going to bring you less peace, quite frankly. And so through this, a masculine man, a strong and confident man in his interactions with women, he proactively leads. He proactively makes the plan. It's like what I shared earlier about going on the first date. I've done it numerous times with women who they say, I was dating someone and they said, well, I'd like to go out. I had one recently who said, Sunday night, some friends are meeting out. They're going to do karaoke at this bar. And, I'd like to go. Would you like to come with me? And I said, no. No, I'm not into karaoke. And on Sunday night, I really don't want to go out to a bar. I'd rather just chill, do something relaxing at my place. I said, why don't you come over? You come over, we'll grill, and we'll, hang out. And that's what I want to do. And she agreed. She said, yeah, that sounds a whole lot better. Now, it's not that I would never do anything she wanted to do or what she wants. The point I'm making is I was fully confident in myself, in my worth, in my value to say, nah, I'm not into that and I really don't want to do that. Why don't you come over and hang out with me? And she reacted positively and said, okay, I will. When you are interacting with women and communicating, make sure you have a calm body language. You're standing up straight, you're relaxed, you're not slouching, you're not coming across as unsure of yourself. And specifically in your voice inflection, the manner in which you speak, how fast you speak at a slow tone, at a slow rate to show I'm confident in what I'm saying, and I'm expressing my feelings and my desires in a confident manner. You emotionally respond. You do not react to her, no matter what the situation, no matter if she gets angry, if she's crying, whatever. You just respond. Nope, this is the way I feel. This is the way it's going to be. You refuse to play games. If you have a woman, if you're interacting with a woman and she is playing games in her communication or in her actions, my personal belief is matching effort for effort. And if she's not doing that, I will voice it and I will say, listen, I'm not digging this, and I'm seeing that this is happening and I'm putting you on notice, so as to speak, this will not be acceptable to me. And what you're doing is you're speaking your truth and your feelings and your desires, and you're not editing yourself. You're not tamping yourself down just because she may not like it. And incidentally, you don't do that with the crowd either. You do this because that's simply who you are. One thing that you have to watch out for with women that I'm sure we all have heard, I know I've heard it so many times, is, well, you shouldn't try and change me, and I'm an independent woman, you don't tell me what to do, things like that. It's nonsense. It's nothing but female manipulation to get her way and to get you to compromise to what she wants. My response to those statements are, hey, look, I'm not trying to change you, and I certainly would never tell you what to do. But you know what? I will tell you what I'm going to do. So here are my standards, here are my boundaries, here is what I am going to do. Then it is your decision whether you're okay with that. And if you're not okay with it, fair enough. I guess I'm just not the guy for you. But you have to be willing to say that, knowing your worth, knowing you're a quality man, knowing I will walk away from you and I have no problem doing it. And you will see a lot of women will say, oh, okay, I get it. I'm cool with that. This is how a lot of guys who were former alpha men became beta. The betaization of a man by 1,000 compromises. One compromise, one small one, and another one, and another one, and they snowballed over time to where the woman knew, I can manipulate him. I can, twist and turn and spin things and get him to do what I want him to do. And guys, you don't want to do that. You want to stay in your masculine role. She will love and appreciate that for you. And that's what she wants. A woman wants to look up to her man. That's what she wants. She doesn't, even these women who call themselves strong and independent women, they want a man to lead them. Even those women want that. So guys, which guy are you? As I've gone through the list of how a lot of men wrongly interact and communicate with women, and how to correctly interact and communicate with women, which guy are you? Are you a mixture of both? Do you see yourself in either one of these things, or a mixture of both? I know myself, quite frankly, I did a lot of the wrong things, especially when I was married, because I bought into the nonsense of happy wife, happy life. And I was going along to get along, and it was to my own detriment, because the woman cannot help but see you as weak. She can't help it. So based on this, what are you going to adjust to improve your interactions for yourself with women going forward? What changes are you going to make? I hope this helped you. Listen, comment your thoughts, whether you agree or disagree, or things that you have done to improve your interactions with women. I hope this was helpful to you guys. I think it's extremely important for your, number one, you must know your worth. And number two, this will bring you so much more peace in your interactions with women as well. So comment your thoughts, please. Like and subscribe to Resilient Man channel. Please support the channel by doing that. If you're enjoying the content, we got a lot of other great content on here for many different topics related specifically to men, whether you're single, married, divorced, separated, whatever the case might be. And, guys, I always say focus on you. Work at being the best version of yourself, and that's going to bring you the most happiness in your life. And know your worth. Protect your peace.